one. Today's a special day because I get to play the flute with them.
Hi guys, what's up? And today we'll be talking about the flute, as you already know. To start us off, could you tell us some things about the flute, please?
Sure. So we've started each of these little sessions talking about what the instrument looks like, and what we see is the first difference. This is a little bit smaller than all of the other instruments. It's similar to the clarinet, but it's a little bit smaller than the clarinet. It's part of the woodwind family, but there's a few differences with this and a couple of similarities. First of all, similarity is it has a lot of the same buttons, has kind of the same feel, pads and holes that the clarinet and the saxophone have. But as you'll notice, it doesn't have a bell down here like they have. And primarily, it doesn't have a reed that makes the vibration, that makes a sound. Instead, it has a tone hole up here at the top. So we're going to try a couple of exercises to show you what you would have to do at home in order to make the sound, and then see if it would be something that you're interested in. But I think before we do that, we have talked with every instrument choice, all five, the trumpet, the clarinet, the saxophone, the trombone, and now the flute. And what we have done is start off by saying the first difference is the way that it looks. But as you notice, the further that we get into it, we start to notice that that's not what makes the instruments different, is what they look like. And that's not what makes the instruments special, is how they look different. But instead, it's the sounds they make. It's the possibilities of playing music. And I think that really relates to people a lot too. The first thing we notice is what we see. We see somebody and they look different. But what we have come to find out, and what we should learn as human beings, is it's what's inside that matters. And the more that we get to know somebody, we can find out how special they are. And what makes them different is not necessarily what they look like, but it's really who they are on the inside. So here we go.
How do you play the flute?
Okay, so like we've done with some of the other instruments, we've tried to give you something at home that you could use, knowing that you probably don't have the instrument yourself to play. So we're trying to find something that you can use to try to make the sounds and see if it can prepare you for that instrument. So what we've got here, mine's on the other side, we've got some Coke bottles. We just ran over to Speedway ourselves. The easiest ones to make a sound are these glass bottles. So I bought them a couple of glass bottles to try out. You don't have to use a glass bottle. I got a plastic one right here. You could even use a 2-liter bottle if you want to. But the kicker to this is we are trying to create a sound inside the bottle by blowing over the top of it. So what you're going to do, I'm going to come up real close. What you want to do is you want your lips to be real flat like this. You don't want to stick them out. You don't want duck lips like that. You want to keep them flat. You want to kind of do a little bit of a smile by tightening up the corners of your lips, kind of like that, and make a small hole right in the middle of your lips. Right there like that, like poo, 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 instead of going with these big old lips, we want to keep it flat. So I've got my chin nice and flat. I've got the corners kind of tightened. And so we're going to try to do that across our Coke bottle. So we don't want to blow into the Coke bottle like that. We want to blow across the Coke bottle. So I'm going to put my hand up here. I'm going to try to hit my hand with air while I'm gently blowing across the bottle, and I get. So you don't have to blow real fast. If I blow too fast, I get. Not good at all. I'm going to blow real slow and steady. That's perfect. Good. So we're going to let the girls try that. Okay, so you want to try it first? Sit up straight. Very good. Now aim for my hand all the way out here. Okay, so one thing that she's doing that you want to think about, she's getting a really good sound, and then it's kind of fuzzy, and then some really good sound that's kind of airy. We want to try to, when we finally get the sound to come out, don't change anything with your lips. Don't change anything with your ear. Keep doing the same thing and see if you can sustain that sound. Listen. Kind kind of like that. All right, Lindley, you want to give it a try? I want to turn it a little bit like that. Aim for my hand over here. Blowing a little too fast. Blow your air straight towards me. Okay. It's starting to get a sound to come out. Try it again. Okay. Lower it down on your lip just a little bit. Blow your hair. You're blowing straight down into it. Stick your bottom lip out a little bit. Raise it up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ooh, that last one was a good one. Okay, so that's something you could try at home. You could drink a little bit of Coke. I'm not really pushing the Coke, definitely, but the girls have enjoyed that part. Now we want to take our head joint. I know you don't have this at home, but you'll get a chance to try this out eventually. We've got this head joint here that has a little lip plate at the top of it, and that's what we're going to set on our lip. We're going to rest it right here on our lip. We're going to take the open part and point it to our right. Now I know that it's backwards on the video like this, but we're going to point the open hole towards the right. And what we want to do, and we'll come back up here again, what we want to do is we want to take this hole and we want to roll it in until we're blowing straight, we're talking straight into the hole like that. See? I'm going straight into the hole. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently roll it away from my lips like this. Watch. Until it's right there. Then I want to do the same thing I did with the Coke bottle. I'm going to blow straight across it. Now, if I don't get a very good sound, I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to move it around. I'm going to roll it back in and try again. See how much purer and more full that sound was? The key to this, key to life, is to keep making adjustments. Keep changing things, adjusting it until you get it just right. And then once you get it just right, see if you can continue to do that good thing. Okay, so I'm going to come back here and we'll let the girls give it a try. Sure, we'll let Lindley go first this time. She's going to put it on her lips. We're going to hold the end of it like that. Okay, we're going to roll it away. Right in the center right there. Get the hole right. Can you feel the center with your lips like this? Roll it in towards you. Now roll it away from you. Okay, now blow across it. Okay, pretty good. And we're going to... Yeah, there you go. Very good sound. Okay, Pacey. Okay, very good. Now, the flute, what makes the flute complicated compared to some other instruments, but also challenging and fun once you get it down, is it has lots of interesting finger combinations. So something that you may do, if you can move your fingers without looking at them one at a time to touch your thumb, and you can do that real quick, and then maybe alternate and go middle first, and change and rotate like that, and do some different combinations.
Kind of reminds me of a piano.
Kind of. If you can do some different combinations with your fingers, alternate the way that you touch, and you can still do that correctly, then you're probably going to find some success on the flute. If you have a hard time controlling your fingers and they just don't want to do what you want, probably shouldn't try the flute because it's going to really frustrate you when you first start learning these notes, especially going from like a C to a D. It will really aggravate you. So try that. Try some different finger combinations. One thing I like to do with my students is see if they can do two things at the same time. Can they go twice as fast with one finger as they do with another finger? Tap, 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 tap. Can they do that? If they have that kind of control, can they do 3 of them? Tap, 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 tap. Can they do 4 of them? Tap, 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 tap. Okay.
Daddy.
Well,
I'm scared.
pretty interesting. Oh, man, there's...
We're still here. We're just kind of a little freaked out now.
Oh, there.
Oh, man.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry, guys.
I think we should leave that in there. Just for fun.
Yeah.
The time the lights went off
Oh, man.
in the middle of our video.
Scary.
Okay, so going back to this. We can't really play a song for you because the finger combinations are too to start on right now. But we can play a little song for you, just like this. We're going to do B-I-N-G-O bingo. Ready? Oh.
We still have to ask, how do you get a flute?
Yeah, see the lights turning out on us kind of threw everything off. All right, so the flute is not a great instrument to get at a pawn shop because the pads go bad so easily and they get a little moisture on them and they're not any good. So I would strongly suggest not getting them at a pawn shop. There are some deals online. Again, please contact me first before you buy anything. I've got this same website here, www.bw.com, woodwindbrasswind.com. They've got some really nice, around $120 to $150 Alora or Etude beginner flutes that are great for 1 year. That way, if they're at the end of that year, they don't want to do it anymore, you're only out that much money and not too bad. At the end of that year, if you want to invest in a more expensive, nicer quality instrument, that's great. Great options. Please just make sure that you check with me first. Okay, now we're going to play a song for you. Are we ready? Here's bingo on the head joint. Ready? There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, 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 and Bingo was his name. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. And Bingo was his name.
See you guys later.